Hello, everybody, and welcome to another part of my tutorials that I'm going to do for Zmoddeler 3. Today, I'm going to do a two-part tutorial. Again, like the last time I did it, I'll upload both videos as they're completed. But I get a lot of requests on teaching and questions on how to convert an object from GTA 4 to GTA 5. And also, I get a lot of how do you do ELS mapping. So I'm going to do both today. First, what we're going to do is we're going to convert a light bar to GTA 5 from GTA 4. And then what we're going to do is hopefully, I've never converted this light bar before that you see. Hopefully, the light textures are already set up on it, so it'll be pretty simple to do. I don't have to show UV mapping. In one of my other tutorials, I showed you how to do a what's it called, a template and UV map it to a vehicle, which is kind of the same concept for a light bar or any other object. So what we're gonna do is I've already downloaded this Willin Liberty 2 light bar that is pretty nice from Danny Boy 1909 here, or part of this ironic rainbow modifications. Um, just a little piece of advice for anybody that's new to this. When you're downloading something that's from GTA 4, take the time to read the disclaimers, additional notes, anything else on the file. Because there's some people that write and say specifically you cannot convert this to any other game. GTA 5 is considered another game. So that is what they mean by that. So you cannot convert it. I mean, you can convert it for personal use, but you could never release a vehicle with it. And to be respectful to the original creator, I would suggest probably just not altogether. Um, However, there are some that have notes that say you can download this and convert it to GTA 5, or it doesn't say it at all, or they say you need to ask me for permission first. With people from GTA 4 files, I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's kind of hard to get a hold of them because they kind of fall off. They don't really do modifications anymore. So I'm gonna just say good luck if you can get a hold of them. But yeah, so today what we're gonna do is convert this one, and then once I'm done converting it over from GTA 4 to GTA 5, I'll show you how to set up the yeah, lights. So what we're gonna do now is I've already downloaded it, so we're gonna minimize this. When you're there it is. So I already have the file downloaded here, and what you can see is it is in the GTA 4 file format, which is WFT. You need to convert it so that the Zmoddeler 3 recognizes this file. So in order to do this, you're going to need two programs. You're going to need Zmoddeler 2, and you're going to need Zmoddeler 3 for the convert. So what we're going to do first is you're going to open up a new Zmoddeler 2. You're going to go to import, and you're going to find the file that you want to import for GTA 4, just kind of like what you would do anyways for GTA 4. And um so we got to look for it here. I kind of just threw it in a spot real quick, so yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna do the high one. I think the way that the original author created it, this is a low poly, so it doesn't destroy a GTA 4 game, and then this is a high poly. Because GTA 5 can handle a lot more stuff, I'm just gonna do the high poly one. But to do a low poly count one is exactly the same. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna import the file and slice loss. Okay, maybe I have to restart. Okay, I got Zmoddeler 2 restarted. I don't know what happened. It was just tripping out. But anyways, we're going to import it now. So as you can see, the light bar is in here now, but there's no textures or anything like that. That's okay in Zmoddeler 2. Don't ignore all this. Ignore textures. Don't worry about that. All you need to do is import it into here, and then you're going to right afterwards export it. So you're going to go to export. I'm going to just keep it in the same folder to make it easy. You're going to select save as type. You're going to say Z3D. This is what you need to select in order for Zmoddeler 3 to recognize the file. So I'm just going to name it A to make it easy and export. And then again, don't worry about anything down here. Once it's done exporting, you can exit out of it. And you should see your A here, which I have here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open that in Zmoddeler 3. So we're going to go to File, Open, Textures, and A. And as you can see, now we have the model in here. This is, let me just, I have a certain way I like to keep my windows on my, here so I can do everything quick. All right. So here's the light bar, just how we left it. No textures, anything like that. That's fine. We're going to texture it in Zmoddeler 3. And then you have all of this over here. What this is from actually from a previous post on the thread that I created is the loads for this. Thanks to Lundy for correcting me. I was having a brain fart. I was thinking GTA4 and GTA5 are different because they don't use loads, but what I meant by that is you couldn't compound a dummy and then add the loads to it in GTA4. I totally got that confused. But anyways, thanks to Lundy for correcting me on that. So what each one of these are is just like what I showed in the other tutorial for loads. See how it says L0? Look at that, L0, L1, L1. So we already got that set up for us. But what we're going to do first is we're going to do the textures. So what you're going to do is going to go to the material browser and you have all of the textures here, but you don't know what to assign them to because they're blank. So what I do is I highlight them all and then I double click on the shader material. When I do that, it tells me what they are. See, so Liberty 2 generic, Liberty 2 emissive, light emissive, and Liberty glass, vehicle glass. So now I know what they're going to be and I'll tell you how it's going to be. So vehicle glass here is going to be, you go up to your materials here, go to GTA5, vehicle generic, and go to vehicle glass. And that's done. And as you can see, now it's looking even worse than it was before, which is fine. We just haven't added textures yet. This one is the Liberty 2 emissive, light emissive. So what is GTA5, vehicle generic, light emissive. And now you have your light emissive set up. And this one is Liberty 2 generic. I'm pretty sure that that's the light bar itself, which it is. You can set it as generic, but me specifically, they have generic actually. I take that back. Yeah, unless it's in. Either way, it most people don't like it because it doesn't give the best detail towards it, like how it should be. But what I like to do is I just do vehicle interior too. It's the easiest one to do, although it just doesn't look the same like it should. Like it won't look like it's been affected by weather effects or anything like that. But you play around with it, mess around with it. I think the proper one that we would probably want to do is like a detail 2 or a mesh. But for now, we're just gonna leave it as a interior 2. So next thing you want to do is double click on that, or you can click on it up here, and it's gonna open up the material properties for you. And this is pretty simple actually. So it already tells you what material it needs to be. Needs to be Liberty 2. So we're going to open up our texture browser, which we have no textures in here. We're going to have to add all of them. So even though I don't use all these, I like to add all the vehicle share textures. I'm going to just put those in there. We're not going to use all of them, but it saves me from having to click back and forth. Go to the light bar, and in the light bar itself, you should have the textures already from the original. Yeah, perfect. But with their textures, you do not need this normal map. You don't need this generic small spec map, this mud, and this map as well. These are GTA 4 textures, and you do not need them because GTA 5 uses a different one. And I'll show you in a second here how it works. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these 3 right here. This one is going to be for the light bar itself. This is for the lights on it, like how they light up. And then this is for the glass, just like it's named here, it's named in here. So we're gonna we're gonna actually import those three. So the first one, as you saw, we're working on is Liberty 2 generic. So we're just gonna look for Liberty 2, which is this one. Select that. And as you can see, the texture is starting to change a little bit, and it looks like an actual texture. Then for the mask, since it's an interior too, what I do is a very cool generic burnt in, but since it's outside, it probably should be out. So we're gonna do an out. Please don't do that. And then spec map, you're gonna select spec map from the share file. Find it here. It is. And you're done with that one. So as you can see, the light bar is kind of hard to tell because the glass is on. Let me click the glass off. You can kind of start to see that the light bar is taking some sort of a shape, or at least a texture anyways. And yeah, we're going to go on to the next one here. So actually, let's do the glass. Next one is going to be the glass. So you're going to click up here again. You're going to go to details. You're going to scroll down, and look at that. The guy already named it as glass, so you know where to go. So see, once I did glass, all of a sudden it made it visible again. So now it looks even better than what it did. And for the mask, I use, find it, auto saving. Let's want to look for vehicle glass dirt. Ah, there it is. And then for the spec map, you use the same spec map. And environmental map is something you don't really need in here, but I like to do it just to make sure everything looks correctly. And I have a file already that I got from somebody else that sent the development mod to the website, and I downloaded it. So I just use theirs. And that's it. So those textures are on for the glass, so now the light bar works correctly. Then the last one I'm going to do is the lights emissive. This is the actual lights that are going to be flashing. I'm going to go here to the detail. And as the other ones are, he has it labeled for us that matches that, which is perfect. As you can see, now we have lights. So it's starting to look a little more complete here. For the mask, we're going to do vehicle glass. I believe that's the correct one. Don't hold me to it. If it's not, I'll make an edit in the description or hand it to the top. That's the glass dirt. Spec map. File somewhere. And environmental map is going to be the environment. And that's it. Now you have successfully mapped all of your textures to the light bar. So the next thing you got to do is you got to create dummies for this thing. What you're going to do is up here, you'll see dummy helper. Click on that. And we're going to name this Miss H. And you're going to take the two Miss H, you're going to move them within there. You're going to do this for everything on this car. So you're going to do another dummy helper. You're going to do, for the glass, what I do is siren glass 1. That's how I do it. Or, yeah, look at it real quick. Now I had it right. So glass 1, and then I'm going to move the glass within there. So what you're doing right now is you're creating a dummy that's basically going to be a compound, and these meshes are going to be loads that go into the dummy compound. Exactly like what you saw with the quick tutorial I did on loads. So now that we did that, it's going to get a little boring to watch, I know. Got extra 1, 2, and we got all the way up to extra 6. And while I'm doing this, I just want to apologize if I sound a little funny. I had to go to the dentist. If you see in one of my other LSPDFR videos, I had my 4 wisdom teeth extracted. And unfortunately, this last weekend, while I was healing, I ended up fracturing my lower jaw with a hairline fracture. So I am trying to recover right now, so in hopes of not getting a metal plate placed permanently in my mouth. So if I sound funny, that's the reason why. So what we're gonna do is, like you can see, we're putting all the extras in here, and yeah. So all you have to do now is convert these to a compound. So we're gonna actually convert to compound, block, L0, this in here, L1, and that one's same with this. Actually, we're gonna save this just to be on the safe side in case it decides to crash on me. 0, 1. Thought this will probably force. Okay. Usually it likes to crash on me. Oh, click on damage. That though. And if you did watch the loads video that I created, this is exactly what I do in there when creating loads. And now your light bar is converted over for GTA 5. UL0, it's there. UL1, still there. And then after that, obviously, there's no details. But if you're wondering, because I'm probably getting a lot of people thinking, well, wait a second, your lights aren't there. The reason they're not there is because the glass is over them. If I do this, see, now they're there. That's a little hint for people that do a vehicle model. You're having a problem where your lights aren't showing up. That's one of the areas you want to troubleshoot. Like, hey, wait a second, maybe this is not correct. And yeah, that's the reason. Well, 9 times out of 10, it's something really petty and stupid like that. Trust me, it's bothered me enough to where it pissed me off to stop working on a vehicle, and then I come back to find out, oh, you just forgot to do something. So with that being done, there's only one more thing for me to do, is to create 2 more dummies. I think you only have to do 1, but I like to do 2 just to be on the safe side. We're going to call this one chassis, or chassis, however you pronounce it where you're from. We're going to move everything into that, and we're going to move the chassis into here. And we're going to name this one something simple. I'm going to call this one Liberty 2. And that's how you're going to export it. So with that being done, now the wow. Now the light bar is ready to export, so you can put it on another vehicle or use it however you want to. So what you do next is, well, save it, of course. You're going to go to export. Oh, problem child I have right now. Upcoming pack. I'm going to go to wherever your folder is. I'm going to do right now anyway. You go to Liberty 2. I'm going to do it right here in the folder that it's already set up to be with GTA 5. And the name of it is going to be whatever you named it here. So it's going to be Liberty 2. I could spell. Right. And as you can see, exported all loads. And yeah, no problems. So now this light bar is exported into the file format for GTA 5. It's right here. See? YFT. So now, if I import a car, I can import this file and then use the textures that came with it here. These 3. Again, you don't need these over here. Delete those just to make confusion. And yeah, you'll import into Zmoddeler and you can place it on your car however you like. And that's going to be the end of this tutorial on how to convert a object from GTA 4 to GTA 5. Again, this works with anything. You can do this with the RAM bars, anything like that. But again, like I said, please show respect to the original author. If they ask you not to convert it to another game or convert it to GTA 5, please respect their wishes and either ask them for permission and get the okay to do it before you just start doing it, okay? So that's again, this is the end of this tutorial. I'm going to do another part tutorial where I'm going to show you how to set up ELS lighting properly for GTA 5 using this same light bar. So I'll see you later.